Welcome back. You here with Goldberg. Today I wanted to bring some light into the world in contrast to the gloom and doom of late. That being, of course, the infestation of my house by members of the furry fandom. I was able to catch 6 thus far, toss them in the trash can to much screaming and squawking. Oh, you're a speciesist. Oh, you're a racist. You're a turf. We will not stand for it. Now, I happened to run out of traps, and I ordered some from the Amazon, but they're delayed till the end of the month due to JLo's "It's Turkey Time, Gobble Gobble" event. Hence, I'll be going to Walmart soon to get a few as a stopgap measure, and I'll use it as an excuse to talk to the cute ethnic chick with super, super long hair. Just on her head, I promise. Now, this story is heartwarming. It really should give you hope for the world, the universe, and everything. Moment Dad defends Predator Daughter 23 after she allegedly posed as teen to molest middle schooler. So, just quickly here, some guys will come in the comments section. That's a mid. Wouldn't even talk to her. Yeah. Realistically, if this woman walked down the street, the vast majority of men, she would dive bomb into her phone, toss herself in front of a car, or do the classic porcus catus snarl hiss, eh, eh, just doesn't want anything to do with them. She will not leave them on red on a dating app. She won't even begin to match, or maybe the algorithm won't send her that like. Let's just be perfectly clear. But Alyssa Zinger of Tampa was arrested last November after police received a tip. Where was the tip? That she had allegedly posed online as a 14-year-old gal to meet youngsters. So, as a concerned liberal, I was concerned reading this because she's 14, they're in middle school, so you're talking about a 1 or 2 year age gap, which is disconcerting and unacceptable. And her pappy is simply not buying it. She got messed up with the wrong kid, even though he's a lot younger, the father could be heard telling officers in the clip. She's never been in trouble in her life. Nothing but she met a kid, and even though he's young, that's why we're in this situation. She never been in trouble in her life till she met him. And this kid's like insane. Remember earlier this year on Twitter X, there were these women going, they talk about girls being promiscuous in college, but my daughter and all her friends, they were just doing extracurricular activities and Bible study. It's the boys who are hooking up. Like, wait, hooking up with whom? I guess it could be other men. Destiny, yo-yos, I mean, the naivete. And this man is basically the white equivalent of the Shaniqua that's crying when Mossberg Tavius or Matande gets killed by a cop. Oh, he was a good boy. He didn't do nothing. He was trying to teach them kids not to take drugs. He's gonna be a Dr. Loyal superstar one day. I mean, I get it. You want to love your kids, but I wonder if these parents genuinely did not believe their children were capable of such acts, or they just gaslight themselves because it's easier than admitting I screwed up, I didn't raise them correctly. Scrolling down here to the comments for a second, her pappy has no clue but still wants to protect his daughter. Can't blame him for having that fatherly instinct. His perception of his daughter will uncomfortably change as more is revealed about her criminal activity. Nah, he'll probably just be in denial, say she was set up, as he's doing now. And this one's really good.
Well, they just didn't look like this when I was a boy. How times have changed. I would have liked to have been played upon by her.
Remember, this is New York Post, so generally conservative leaning. This is your typical guy. He, of course, is if his daughter is 17 and a guy's 24 and wants to maybe meet someone for an LTR, oh, call out the National Guard. But it's just a joke. She's cute. There's no way she could actually commit this sort of crime. Now, in contrast, there's very little sympathy for those TCAP fellows. Rabbi David K. Is anyone crying over his dilemma? How about Maurice Wolin? What about 6'5" Giga Chad Kevin Westerbeck? Or the dude who was like,
These cookies are pretty good. I think my mommy's gonna take my computer away.
or even worse, Smart Schoolboy '09. Oh my God. That was just, it's a good thing Nick Crowley has such an obnoxious inflection, so a lot of people don't watch that documentary because it's sickening. I don't think that's a human being. It was probably sent from the hellfire to torment the planet and magically seems to be getting away with it. Now, it's interesting because Rolly Tomaso has been keeping a running tally of all the women just in 2024 caught pursuing children. Many of them are in the public school system. Some, like this one, I don't believe she was in that profession. You have to ask the question, maybe it's a new or perhaps previously unknown female dating strategy. So testosterone levels are in the dump and they have to go for the freshest, the ripest, the still green options if they want to get the goods. You can go back as far as that woman. She went to prison. She married that student eventually. I think he was Filipino or from Laos, something of that nature. But more recently, from what I recall, maybe about 10 years ago, the teacher in Kentucky, where the husband was standing by him, and she had that smirk in her mugshot like she hadn't done anything wrong. There was that relatively attractive Latina in Texas got knocked up by a 13-year-old, and she's going, "But I love him." You just wonder, maybe that's what they want. Let's just say you're an acolyte of Richard Blooper. You want to be a high value man. So you hit the gym, you grow a neck beard, you wear glasses, you make a six-figure salary, and you wear a MAGA hat. And after this girl has gotten off probation, you meet her. She says, well, minimum of 3 dates before you can kiss, but you finally smash. You're not just coming second to other grown men, you're actually coming second to middle schoolers. That's just bizarre. You've got to really put that into perspective for a second. We genuinely need to start being more thankful. Trump's in office, he's MAGAing the country. Elon Musk is going to balance the budget, finally. Putin's going to take over Ukraine and restore traditional feminine Christianity across the continent of Europe. You've got all these fantastic anti-woke films being produced by the Daily Wire. If you so choose, you can take your fiat money and support a village swarthy Filipina. Not to mention the throngs of predominantly Caucasian and Latina gals who are obsessed with having children, young children. I mean, how can you be blackpilling? How can you be negative? I'm going to be policing. If I hear any of this nonsense, I'm going to be cracking down, sending you to the gulag because it is a bright future. And there might be a furry fandom that's trying to take over Goldberg Manor, but the world is advancing. It's a moonshot. It's a new galaxy. It's that Europa song.